Bernard, the boxing world tips its cap to you. You'll be 2 months shy of your 50th freaking birthday, and you're running towards the one guy in the division everyone else seems to be running away from.
How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan.
I'm going to interrupt you guys and say this very quickly before we even start. I said to Ryan, take it easy on Dion before the video. Ryan said to me, in his own words, I'm going to try and be as professional as possible, but it's hard with this clown. Start the video.
Alright then. Well, you know, this is Ryan and then this is Box Talk. And we've got a fight for the WBC heavyweight title count this Saturday. Deontay Wilder versus Johann Duhaupas.
Yes.
A fight that fans are disappointed with.
Yes.
A fight that has not captured their imagination. No. And a fight that devalues the WBC belt.
Yeah.
Ade, why don't you start and tell me what you think about this fight?
Honestly, I'll echo everything you just said there. I'm not as anti Deontay Wilder as Ryan is, but even Vladimir Klitschko in a recent interview, look, Vladimir Klitschko is fighting Tyson Fury. That should be his thought process, but they asked him about Deontay Wilder. And he says, I like Dion, you know, we've sparred a bit, he's a good fighter, but he needs to fight better opposition. Yeah. And when the champ is saying that, you need to fight better opposition. Yeah. Do I think Deontay Wilder doesn't want to fight better opposition? I don't. I still think as a fighter in him, I think he wants to fight better. But I think his camp know that this guy has holes.
His camp keeps putting out this bloody rubbish thing. He's a work in progress. Yeah. He's getting better. Yeah. He's learning. Yeah. You're the WBC heavyweight champ of the world. Yeah. I mean, if you can't fight or you can't fight at the highest level, then you shouldn't fought for the title in the first place.
You know what the worst thing about this is? Yeah. Vladimir obviously has all the other belts. Yeah. This is the #1 belt in boxing. WBC heavyweight title was the #1 belt in boxing. Yeah. This guy has it, and he's doing such an injustice with who he picks to fight. If you guys don't know, this was supposed to be Povetkin right now. This was supposed to be Povetkin, but the performance against Molina was so bad, you almost can't blame him for picking Duhaupas. You can't blame him.
Okay, so here's what I say. Now, Dion said this week in a statement that this guy's the perfect opponent for me. He's 6'5", he's never been stopped before, he weighs 240,
yes,
you know what I mean? All the selling points, yes? And then he said, oh, I'm fighting guys like Vladimir did. Now, Vladimir's got his critics out there, and I'm trying to say, I like Vladimir, I think he's done a very good job as a champion. But I understand critics, this is boxing, everyone has their own opinion. Yeah. But when you look at Vladimir's record, he's fought every major contender of the past 20 years.
Yeah, the only person I'd say he didn't fight was Evander Holyfield.
Yeah, Evander Holyfield. Holyfield was getting older. Holyfield was stuck with John Ruiz and getting beat up by a whole bunch of other guys. The only guys that Vladimir didn't fight, but people will argue, are the guys that Vitaly beat up. Yeah. Yeah? Like Shannon Briggs and Adamek and you know what I mean, those type of guys, yeah? Those guys he didn't fight. Yes, Vladimir had some soft touches along the road. You could say that guy, Francesco Pineta, was a soft touch. Yeah. But that's a soft touch when you got no one else to fight. Yeah. Deontay Wilder, Dion, has so much options right now to fight. Yeah. It's ridiculous. And then what upsets me more, I don't want to go over the same story all the time, but he keeps saying these guys need to get their ranking up, and they also need to take the opportunity ahead of them, which means short money. Yeah. And say, don't fight for the money, fight for the opportunity. Yeah. Yeah. Which is basically saying, I'm not going to pay you good money to fight me. Yeah. I want to give you a rubbish payday so you don't have to fight me. Yeah. Because no one's going to fight for free.
I think the point you made...
It's an easy way to duck.
Yeah, but I think the point you made in there, I think the most valid point in there was Vladimir Klitschko, although we might have not said they were marquee names, they were the guys that were ranked #1, 2, 3, 4 at the time. Dion's in a position now where there are people floating about like Ortiz, Brian Jennings, Pulev, Povetkin. We're not talking about Fury and all those yet. We're just talking about even just below that that happily take a fight. And he's choosing to fight guys. What he just did now when he said, oh, I'm fighting a guy that's 6'4", never been stopped, 240 pounds. With all due respect, we saw that with Gary Cornish. Yeah. We saw that. 6'4", 6'5", never been stopped. We saw that. That doesn't fool people. Look, is what's his name again? Is Jonah as low as Cornish? Obviously not. He's beating the likes of Char, but he's not nowhere near Deontay Wilder's level.
Again, and I'm not gonna discredit Jonathan Duhaupas,
Yeah.
or Eric Molina, who he fought last time.
Yeah.
These guys have been given a shot at the heavyweight championship of the world, yeah? Any man with any boxer in the world,
Yeah.
given a shot at the heavyweight title of the world,
Yeah.
will take it.
Yes.
I don't care what type of fighter you are. Go get Gary Coons, who got knocked out last week in one round by Joshua, and say, look, come fight Deontay Wilder for the heavyweight title of the world, and he will take the shot.
Yeah.
That's what fighters do.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean it's right. Duhaupas, let's be fair, only stepped up to European level about 4 fights ago.
Yes.
Before that, he was fighting guys that, I mean, let's be fair, these guys are losing records where they got 6 wins, 12 losses. Those are the type of guys that are supposed to be losing.
Yeah.
He won the French heavyweight title, which again, nothing against France, but in terms of regional titles, the French heavyweight title is not a marquee title.
Not exactly the hardest one to get, is it?
You get my point, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, and then he's fought a few
I might
other
apply
guys.
for a French passport.
Yeah? Do a Roy Jones.
Yeah, the Roy Jones, Russian passport.
But then he's fought
Fought Tepper.
Eric Tepper
And lost.
He lost. And then he beat Manuel Char.
Who, let's be honest, Char is the, I wouldn't even say Char's the gatekeeper, but Char's almost like, oh, you're a heavyweight, fight me.
No, Char just below a gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Where he made a little name for himself when he had the Hay fight, and then Hay pulled out for whatever reason, and then Vitali beat him, so he
killed him.
Yeah, so he kind of made a little name for himself, but that bubble has burst.
Yes.
And he beat Char.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
That does not warrant you a world title shot.
I think the worst thing for Dion is that, look, after the Bermain-Stavern, and there was a lot of build-up for that fight, and I was excited for it. I was thinking, you know what, we're going to have a real deal here. You know, this is it. This is what we wanted. 2, if you like, marquee-ish heavyweight fighters going to go at it, and the winner's going to go on, and they're going to challenge Vladimir, and, you know, Vitali might even come out of retirement, and there's Tyson Fury in the wings. He's just put it all to a stop. Yeah. And it's embarrassing. For him to mention Vladimir Klitschko is almost an insult when you look at who Klitschko's been fighting recently. I mean, Klitschko's fought Povetkin recently, Pulev recently, Brian Jennings recently, Tyson Fury coming up. I mean, do you know what I mean? That's not bad. 4 of the last 6 have been those guys. All guys ranked in the top 10.
He's fighting the guys that are not ranked. And let's be fair again. The last guy I mentioned, Eric Molina, and Jonathan Duhaupas are not universally ranked by any sanctioning body.
I think the good thing about this, and this is what's very good about it, is that this is on PBC. Audience figures don't lie.
Yeah.
I think they'll look at this and think not a lot of people are going to tune in. Remember, this is free TV. The heavyweight champion of the world in America should be fighting on pay-per-view, I believe. Should be fighting on something. This is free TV. I don't think more than 700,000 people are going to tune in for this. 900 and something thousand tuned in for Garcia Peterson. I'll be shocked if 700,000 tune in.
I think it will get good numbers, strictly because people are going to hear the WBC heavyweight champion of the world.
They're going to see him, he looks
and
good.
They're going to say, he's 6'7", he has this knockout streak, he's knocked out every
He's
man.
the new Mike Tyson.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's mean.
And he's fighting the guy who's never been stopped.
The French champion. He's fighting the 6'4" inch.
Because the general public who don't know boxing will fall for the story. But for us boxing fans, I can't, please, if anyone watches this video, if you think this fight is a fair, even match, please put a comment below. I want to see, honestly, how much people really think this is a fair match. Yeah, he just knocked out David Price. Looks decent.
Does he?
No, in terms of, he just knocked out David Price. It's a nice thing.
I think Chisora takes him.
It's a nice thing to say, knocked out David Price, yeah? But Temper's only had about 12 or 13 fights.
Yeah.
So this guy Duhaupas has lost to a basic novice.
Yeah.
This is what I'm trying to say. So you're undefeated because you haven't fought no one. I've never been stopped because you ain't fought no one.
If Joshua, there's some ifs and buts and crap like that, but we do it now because that's what boxing is. If Joshua knocks out Dillian White impressively, how far is Joshua from and don't say it because you don't like Dion, but realistically, boxing head on now for a second. Now, how far is Joshua from him?
Honestly and truly, in terms of rankings and getting a world title shot, Joshua's got a long way to go. In terms of skill, and if they were actually to fight right now in a closed gym where no one will go, I think Joshua's got a decent shot. Because I haven't seen enough.
Whoever lands first.
Yeah. Like right now, if you say who will win out Joshua and Klitschko, I'll say Klitschko every day of the week.
Yeah.
Klitschko will keep him at bay, drag it out 4 or 5 rounds where Joshua's never been before, trick him with some mistakes, and then put him down. That's what Klitschko tried to do. Because he's an experienced, smarter fighter at this present stage. In Dion's stage right now, I'm not impressed at all. And that's because I don't like him, but he's not fighting anyone to say, everyone Dion's fought, Joshua will beat minus Stavern.
Alright, let me give you some names very quickly. We end the video. Just who wins. I don't want 20. I don't want 20 seconds. That's what.
Wilder.
No, not that. Who wins? Wilder, Fury. That's what the names.
Fury.
Fury wins it.
Fury, hands down.
Alright, who wins? Wilder, Povetkin.
Povetkin.
Who wins? Wilder, Pulev. Alright, there you go, guys. On that bombshell, we're ending the video. So Deontay Wilder fights. What's his name? Jonathan Duhaupas. Jonathan Duhaupas.
Yeah.
This Saturday. You might not even know this fight is happening. It is happening this Saturday. PBC.
I think the second Dion steps to fight a real opposition is when we see what he's really got.
So when I just said those names, you're basing on what he's done recently?
Yeah, based on what I've seen in the ring.
Alright. Ryan still doesn't like him, as you can tell. Leave your comments below, subscribe, tweet. Tell us who wins this fight. Because you just don't know. You just don't know. After the Molina performance, you guys can't categorically say this guy's going to knock out Duhaupas in any way, shape or form. If he lands, obviously it hurts you. But if you land against him, we see he does wobble a bit. And that's heavyweight boxing for you. But where does he go next? Are we just had enough of this? Or does it at least fight someone ranked in the top 30? Yes, I said it, top 30 next. Tell us what you believe, tell us what you think. Email, subscribe, tweet, and thanks for watching another edition of Boxing. Cheers.